hesitate to ask. We're going to travel almost 4,000 vertical feet, guys. Here we go. I don't have a microphone. I don't have a speaker, guys. So if you guys want to hear me, I don't do very well talking over everybody. Every day. Alright guys, we're coming upon a trail here. This trail was the original service road for the construction of Tower 1. This is how they brought up all the equipment. They say they brought up a crane on this trail. The trail does end at Tower 1. Tower 1 sits at 7,000 feet. It is 232 feet tall. It sits at an 18-degree angle into the city. We're going to swing and sway at the tower, guys. It's the best part of the ride, I think. Slightly bend your knees, it does help. Here we go. Did you see the animal underneath us? It looked like a person. Let's talk about a few of our huge rocks here. If you look up to my left at the very top, you're going to see one that looks like a cannon getting ready to shoot off. Cannon rock is about 1.5 times the size of this cabin. Over here on my right hand side, you'll see one sitting on a pyramid. They say that one looks like a golf ball getting ready to tee off. Golf ball rock is 2 times the size of the cabin. It's all about altitude and perspective. The higher we go, the smaller they're going to look. I got one more rock, guys, I'd like to show you, and it's coming up on my right hand side. It's this big flat rock that's sitting on its side. As we get closer to it, it's going to start looking like a fish. So this one's called Fish Rock. Fish Rock is 3 stories tall, 30 feet. They also call her 3-story Dory. It's a sad little fish. He's been out of water since the upthrust of the mountain.
I wonder if it can still swim.
Right? I think that one would sink. I'm going to say it would sink. You are riding on a double reversible jig-back aerial tram. Construction on the tram started in 1964. It was complete in 1966. They paid $2 million for the whole thing back then. We celebrated our 50th anniversary, May of 2016, with the purchase of these 2 new cars. These 2 new cars today cost $1 million. That doesn't include shipping, guys. No Amazon Prime.
Where were they constructed?
Switzerland. Absolutely.
Spreads all the way to Sandia.
You're wondering what happened to these trees? It looks like it was a forest fire. That's not what happened to these trees. This is the result of the bark beetle. We're going to be coming up on Tower 2 here pretty soon. If you were wondering how Tower 2 and the upper terminal were constructed, this was all done by helicopter. 5,000 helicopter trips it took to construct the whole thing. 2,000 of those trips were just for Tower 2. Tower 2 sits at 8,750 feet. This tower is only 80 feet tall. Guys, from here all the way to the tower, this is where I see most of the deer. I've been seeing a couple coming up into the little canyon right here as we pass the rocks. Look for them. There's lots of deer here. They like the rocks of all places. Look in between these 2 little rocks. This is where I saw them this morning. Not little rocks. They're pretty big rocks, you know. There they no? Are they there? Maybe they already made it to the tree. They like to lay underneath the tree here. Coming up on Tower 2, we're going to swing and sway at the tower. Now, if you didn't know if you're afraid of heights, we're going to definitely find out after this tower. Guys, we're going to come really close to the rocks on my left-hand side. You're going to be most impressed with my driving. Here we go.
Y luego están las de Tramway, también son como unas piedras que parecen como caballitos. También están creo que como yendo para
Lift your left leg if you think that'll help.
Están muy bonitas.
big canyon. It is the biggest of the 3 canyons. Guys, we've been seeing bears for the last 3 weeks. I saw one Monday night. Look for them. If you'll notice, our sister tram is coming on my right-hand side. Once we meet our sister tram, that's our halfway point. We do ride on the same hull cord. Everything we do, they do. They look like they're speeding on by at twice the speed. They travel at the same speed we do.
Wow.
We're going to start to slow down because the other tram car is going over the tower. It is the only time we slow down is when we go over the towers. It just happens to be at this point, guys, if you choose to look down. It's going to be the highest point of our journey. 968 feet straight down, or 7.5 seconds. A little bit of tramping. You can put the Eiffel Tower on your tilt right here. Right? All right, guys, the other tram car has cleared the tower, so we're going to speed up again. Here we go. If you're wondering about rock climbing, we are coming upon this rock right here on my left-hand side. This is called Ego Boost Rock by the rock climbers. The reason they call it Ego Boost Rock is you have to have a really big ego in order to climb it. It's all done pretty much free climbing equipment. Doesn't do so well in the granite and the limestone rocks. We're coming into the third and final canyon. I mean the second canyon. This canyon's called Echo Canyon. Echo Canyon does have water that runs from the top all the way to the bottom. Some of these trees here, they reach heights of 150 feet tall. If you're looking to see animals, this would be most likely where we would see them. Black bear, mule deer, bobcat, mountain lions, porcupine, raccoon, wild turkey, ringtail cats. Those are the animals I see the most in the restaurant. Some of our birds, we have red-tailed hawk, turkey vulture, golden eagles. There's 200 other species of birds up here.
Is that snow over there?
Yes, it snowed Monday night. You can touch the snow when we get to the top. It's a little muddy, a little icy, but there's still snow up there. The mountain itself is mostly granite and limestone and does have some mica, quartz, and feldspar in it. It's the potassium feldspar that gives the mountain the pink tint. At sunset, it really looks pink. The Spanish thought it looked like a watermelon. This is how the mountain got its name. Sandia is Spanish for watermelon. 10,378 feet. All right, guys, this is going to be the third and final canyon. This one's called Domingo Baca Canyon. If you all look up to the very top of Domingo Baca and then just follow the mountain to the very tip, you're going to see a cabin up there. You're going to see the window before you see the cabin. This cabin was built in the 1930s by the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. It took them 3 tries to build the cabin. The first one was constructed out of wood. It got struck by lightning, so it burned down. The second one was also constructed out of wood. That one got hit by a really bad windstorm and it blew down. They finally got smart and built it out of the limestone of the mountain. And there she sits ever since 1933. Our version of the 3 little pigs without the big bad wolf, we got a mountain, guys. You can hike to the rock house. It's a 3-mile round trip from the upper terminal. 1.5 miles each way. In the summer, it takes about 45 minutes. Right now, guys, like I said, it's snowy, it's icy, and it's a muddy mess. So it's going to take a little while longer. Be prepared for use your best judgment. Take plenty of water. It's always a good idea to hydrate at a high altitude. You are welcome to stay for as little or as long as you like. The upper terminal is equipped with drinking fountains and bathrooms. All we ask is if you pack it in, please pack it out. That means take all your children back with you guys. Nobody left behind, guys. There is construction going on up here. Please stay away from the construction area. They're working on a new restaurant for us. It should be done pretty soon. There is a designated smoking area on the north side of the upper terminal. Please smoke in this designated smoking area only. There's $5,000 fines if they find you smoking anywhere else on the mountain. Coming into the upper terminal, guys, we're going to be feeling a few bumps. Please be prepared for these bumps. The windier, the bumpier. Right now we have anywhere from 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. It's all over the place. It is about 40 degrees up here. We run about 20 degrees cooler up here than we do at the bottom of the mountain.